It is the start of a new season. From the new season of Mrs. Peanut's invention soups and sauces or drinks. Now today we're in the kitchen and then we're going to move over to the office room. So here is the sink that we're going to be working on through 7 episodes of our adventure. Now this is a central sink that is very automatic and can work very well, but the trick with this sink is to make sure that you have clean water. If you don't have clean water, then that will not do any good. So now I'm going to pour each cup into one layer in. So I'm going to start out with a cup that we're going to pour, and then we're going to pour the 2 other cups. Now, this is a summer day with a blue and light blue sky because, of course, it's raining on the bottom and sunny on the top. But this might be an upside down top, and this might be a stone. This looks like a weather trick, to be honest, because it's a sky full of stones and tornadoes and rain and whatnot. So now we're going to pour water. And I got a little water on my hand, but if you're not paying attention, that's exactly what can happen. So pour about 2 tablespoons of water. And now you want your next cup. If you were sick, this would be the perfect tabling. So now you want to put that over there. And this sink that we're going to use for 7 episodes of the season, our last season, is going to be a little tricky. Because this is a motor. You can turn it to one side. Now I'll show you. To move the water over there, it goes in the middle of the sink. If it goes in the middle of the sink, you can easily just go down each side. Just depends on where we're going. So now we're going to go to the Boobaloo Titooloo. I thought today I would make you something called a fall weather, summer and winter soup, and fall soup. So we're combining all 4 seasons, spring, summer, fall and winter. Now I'm going to talk to you about some of the ingredients we have today on our inspiration table, because this is a creamy veritata. All 4 weather soups are creamy veritata, so chowders. This is a chowder, to be honest. So today we're going to use some very local and very available ingredients. Now this is some red onion juice, and most people would not think of squeezing the juice out of red onions, but it actually really works. And my onion was really juicy. See how much juice got in there. And it's purple, and it almost looks like a pink, but it is purple. Here is a wooden spatula that we're going to use, like a soup spoon to test it. And I remember on Home Improvement, she sipped chili out of this Beldato, and it tasted good. Here is a pepper grinding, which we're going to use. We're going to use some lemon tea, that's the summer coat, and an old-time ingredient from the last season, food coloring. Now, the last year, I showed you how to make a food coloring creamy gelatinous soup. This year I'm show you a nice vegetable soup that combines summer and winter, fall and spring. So it's a full season, fall weather vegetable soup. That's the real name for it. Now, we're going to start out by putting sugar into the bowl. Just a light dusting of sugar. And you don't want to make it too sweet, otherwise it will become dirty. So now we're going to add some green food coloring. And the lid can be a bit tricky to get off, but I got it off. Yay! So now we're going to put 2 drops of food coloring in. Actually 3 drops today, since it's kind of a little more indulgent. Now we're going to add water. Now this color again looks like liquid jello, and it came from Joseph Rosendo. He was in Taiwan, China, Hong Kong, I forget, and he was having a blue drink, and it was a champagne thing, and it looked too beautiful to drink, and it was alcoholic, and he was in a market with some Chinese ancestors, and he was drinking it. So now you want to just shake it around, just stir it. I love how it moves when it stirs. So when you stir it, all the green will get mixed into each other. Now we are going to put salt inside of it. We're going to put the salt in first because the pepper will go in at the very end. Now, I know what you're saying. This is going to have cream, and here is our cream we're going to use. And actually, I'm going to add just a tad of water to that because we want this to be watery. I didn't add enough water, and that can happen. And look at that color. On the last season, this is exactly what it looks like. So stir it around, and this is an absolutely blue color. But we're going to add some red onion juice to this in just a few moments. Now, about the lemon tea. And this tea is a very particular tea. I don't know if it changed the color. It might, but it might stink, so I didn't know. And this tea is a refreshing tea. It comes from Noble Barns, and it is a very good quality tea, and it's great in the summer day. You can enjoy it just like this from a Casey Pizza convenience store at maybe a drink shop or a bar you got it from, a gift shop. Or you could put it in this. We're going to add about 2 tablespoons of it. The water changes the flavor. So when you put water in it, it changes the flavor. But we're going to save that aside for now. And I have to be careful because I lost the lid for that. And that's not very good if I lost the lid. So now we're going to stir that around. This is gourmet blue and green. I actually have a blouse, so not a blouse, just a shirt that is like this color. And the reason is because I picked it out at the store one time and I thought it was a beautiful color. And the last time I made this, my bowl was cling film and it was silver. Now we're going to add some sugar. And now we're going to start adding the very first amount of red onion juice. Now it will sink, but the trick with this is to stir it. Now, this color is darker than the last time, but it will still look pretty. So we're going to stir this around. Because this is a very dark soup. And yes, we're going to add another dribble of food coloring to it. Because this is a dark, glazy soup. Now we're going to add more water. And now we're going to keep stirring. This is again a milky mixture. And every season we have a very good, interesting color with us. So you need to stir it. And now we're going to add pepper. Nice pepper grinding. And it goes in so fast. And I can enjoy this with some grits on the top. So now we're going to add the last little splatter. And it can really puffle. It can puffle out. So the more we stir it, the more dark it will be. Because all that juice, all that red onion juice will go into the food coloring and make it more indulgent. Now we want to season it. We want to add some salt and add more food coloring. One more dribble. Now, for a second, I'm going to watch it. Now, that looks like a bat. That little feathery thing looks like a bat. And now I'm going to add, oh look, now, this food coloring is making a swirl. It's swirling around. It's like a spiral. It's making a spiral shape. I could watch it all day, but I have my job to attend to. So now we're going to add more water, and we're breaking it to get rid of that nice emotion. So this is very simple. Last time we add doubles of oats, but this time we're adding red onion juice. Whoops. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. A very beautiful soup to have on a hot summer day. Now we're going to add more red onion juice. And I got it up the side, but it's alright because I can clean it later. And now we're going to stir this mixture around. Look how dark it is. Now, I think the last episode was prettier. But this is pretty too. Salt. More pepper. And sugar. Now, we're going to serve it. So I'm going to move some things out of the way for you so you can see how we're going to serve it. So, you bring over 3 small bowls, or big bowls, I don't know how to present them. And now you want to season each bowl. So you want to put some pepper and salt into the bowl, because if you put pepper in salt and sugar, then it'll change the flavor. Now this is a savory, not a sweet. So put salt, pepper, and now you want to scoop up the mixture. And your hands will get dirty. Your hands will get dirty, but that's alright. And it's best if you keep it on the ground, because then you will not get easily, and you'll be wasting the mixture otherwise, because of course your fingers will get in it and it'll absorb into your fingers. So get about that half, and it will not be, people every time they have the same tended to look lighter. But I tried this once before and it did not tone out the way I want to. That's what's going to happen to this recipe today. It's not going to tone out the way you want it to. So you want to get all of that mixture well in. And if you want, sugar and salt. Too much. So that is how you do my fall weather, full season, very nice fall weather soup. Abraus betas. Bon appetit. Until I see you when you guys again, I'm Nelsie Wonka. Wound.